those that are damned.
Against those that are damned,
We show no mercy.
we show no mercy.
We will see, we'll fight until eternity. Come with me, we'll stand and fight together. Through our strength, we'll make a better day. Tomorrow we shall never surrender. We will see, we'll fight until eternity. Come with me, we'll stand and fight together. Through our strength, we'll make a better day. Tomorrow we shall never surrender. We shall never
And with that, friends, I present to you a new game, Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition. This game is very near and dear to my heart. I have not actually played this game in about 9 or so years since I moved from my last state of Kentucky to here in Florida. This game actually was originally given to me by my ex and now best friend. I call him Azeo, but he, back in the day, he was called Dante because he used to act from the exact game. He used to dress just like him, and he had the same mannerism, and I tell you, he looked like he looked like a carbon copy of him, except for he had glasses and dark hair. Also, I'm gonna bring this up real quick. That little location back there with that, with the lights back there. If you have ever watched there is an anime series and a manga series, and it's that place is called Devil May Cry, which is Dante's demon hunter agency, and he actually goes out and he hunts demons for people. But I actually can't see the Twitch thing that tells me how long I've been streaming or how many people's going with me, so I'm gonna have to watch over at my phone. This may only be an hour stream. This may only go until 12 o'clock. If it goes past 12 o'clock, then congratulations. But if it only goes to 12 and it suddenly cuts off, I am sorry. My internet was cut off, and there's no way for me to cut that on until tomorrow. But for now, I will press any button like it says. I have not played this. I actually had to go and buy the special edition because it will not play my Xbox 360 copy anymore. I have actually 100% of this game on 360. I'm not doing it on Xbox One. I'm gonna literally play through it. I've beaten it. I have actually beaten it with all difficulties on the Xbox 360. I have gotten quite a bit done. I'm probably just gonna play the game as like you're normally supposed to. But Trish, yes, if you notice Trish there. I'm gonna bring this up real quick. Well, I'm gonna bring it up when it comes up in the game, probably. But if you notice, my name is Trish, and everyone's like, "Oh, where'd you get your name, Trish? If your real name is something else." I'm not gonna say it on camera or on whatever it is. This is where I got my name. This is why this game is so special to me, because he was called Dante, I was called Trish. So this is where I got my name, Trish. I got it from Devil May Cry 4. This was probably my favorite game in high school, and I literally played one copy of the game until the disc literally broke in half on my Xbox, and I had to take it to my school and open it. Yes, you might be like, "Oh my God, you're gonna avoid the warranty," but we were actually repairing 360s back then, and I fixed it, and I had to go get another one. So we're gonna, I guess, play like this game like we're supposed to, and play as Nero. And Dante's later in the game, don't worry. But I may go through and get some secrety things. I may not, depending on how I feel. But for now, enjoy this amazing cutscene if it doesn't show up again. Or if it doesn't, because I don't know how the special edition goes. I get costumes? Oh no! I want to play as Classic Nero. I'll play as Classic Nero because that's how I'm used to seeing him. I'm going to play as human because I have not played this game literally in a long time. Like, I have not picked the game up because, as I said, I broke the disc. I did not ever go to buy another one. I gave the original disc that I was given. My ex took it back when we broke up, and I was like, oh, take it back. In the manual, well, not the manual, but the walkthrough that he gave me. So, he took it, and I bought myself another copy because it was, like, dirt cheap. Like, at $2, and I was like, oh, yeah, gimme, because I found it at GameStop, and I was like, birthday time, and I went home and I played it till the damn disc broke in half, so. I guess enjoy this lovely cutscene, and before this cutscene starts, I'm just gonna say, Nero, in this cutscene, if it happens, Nero was me in church. Automatic on, tutorial, I guess on is what I'm doing. I can turn it off, I think I can. Also, I am very heavily into, oh, I missed that voice. I am heavily into sword users in this, but enjoy the cutscene. Enjoy it. It's gonna lag a bit because the game is still downloading, so if it lags a little bit, I'm sorry. Enjoy cutscene and music. That was gorgeous.
$2,000 ago, the Dark Knight, Sparta, turned against his demon brethren and took up his sword for the sake of mankind. Though, despite his brave efforts in our names, I fear some have forgotten the truth of that great sacrifice. If the events of that terrible time were to reoccur, the fusing of both the demonic and human realms, we, weak humans, would have no means by which to oppose our submission. And so I ask you to unite and pray that even if such a dark time of chaos were to revisit us, our gracious Savior would rise us from the storm. Let us pray.
Nero, what's wrong?
I'm out of here.
But it's not over yet.
All this preaching's putting me to sleep. Huh?
That booty belt. Oh no, big oof, guys. Boom to the face.
Kyrie! Go with your brother and get out of here!
I will return with help. You stall him until then.
I won't hold my breath. You got a jacked up notion of fair play, pal. And it's beginning to piss me off.
Okay, first instance of fighting, and also, Dante! We're fighting Dante is the first boss. Quote, boss. It's gonna show you, like, a tutorial. So, yes, I have automatic mode on because I really get lazy with playing buttons. Yes. So, blah, 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 blah. Tutorial mode. Also, I forgot to turn subtitles on. My bad, guys. But, yes, this game is, it's more of a linear walk to place and, you know, fighting style. It's not really my style of game anymore, but I mean, I can't. I love this game. This is like one of my first favorite games when I first got my Xbox. So, we're gonna be fighting, Dante here. I know so much about this game, and it kind of gives you, before you do it, it tells you what mission you're on. And it gives you like a mission 01, it'll tell you the name of it, like this one is called Birds of a Feather. And then your mission status is basically face off against the mysterious assassin, Dante. And later on you can power up your character. But later you can power up, I guess. I'm gonna at least try to do this one before the game decides to be like, you can't go anywhere. Oh, it's not gonna let me see it. Okay, it's almost at 50%, but game's almost at 50% loaded, so blah blah blah. So, but anyways, that's pretty much the basic thing, and since I have tutorial mode on, I can show you guys how to do things, I guess. But we're gonna face off against the mysterious assassin. Also, yes, there's gonna be blood and there's gonna be cussing. Also, that guy that Dante shot dead. Yeah. You should know, if you've watched anime enough, you know that someone that gets killed off at the beginning is kind of a bit important later in the story. That's all I'm telling you. But we're gonna get the mission started and try to do this thing. I'm not going for the best score here. There is a super hard score that's like I think a triple. It's either triple S or quad S. That one's extremely hard to get. I probably will not get it in my playthrough. But let's get started and. I love the sound effects in this game. Also, there is music in this game, so I might have to lower the effects a little bit. And of course, you know, move and then gun attack is out. You have to do it so many times. Get out of here, Dante. Over there, Just need to press it. And he's gonna do that. Also, if you listen here, as you're battling, there is background music. Also, if you saw when you shoot him, the bullets will bounce off. That means that you can't attack him with your gun at the time. He'll jump, and then he'll do the thing. You have to jump in time. Later, you get a double jump. Pretty much I have to run around up here. He's gonna jump, he's gonna do his side, and I'm gonna jump to evade it. Nothing. Also, you're gonna notice the reason why his arm is staying in a sling here in a moment, so you're gonna notice the reason why. So it's gonna come out. Side roll. Or at least sideways. Yeah, I feel that. Sometimes the controllers a bit playing there. It's a bit of a pain. Okay, let me do it. Come on. Okay, I don't know why it's not letting me do that. I'm going for sideways A. Let me do it. Come on. Oh, also those red things, those are boards. I need those to get a perfect score. Or get a better score. I don't care, shoot me. I need those. Tutorial mode's annoying because it makes you do all those. Oh, let me do it. I never do these anyway. That's the other thing. Okay, I don't know why it's not doing this. Camera. Okay, let me check the options to see if there's something. That's haunt. I don't know why it's not letting me doing it, but okay. Let's just button mash at this point. I don't know what I'm doing, I'm just gonna button mash. I'm pressing, I am literally holding down RB lift. Listen. Okay, let's try the other one, right? Really? Okay, on mine, it's not like that, apparently. It's the other bumper, so apparently mine are messed up. Because I'm pressing right. Or not pressing right, I'm pressing left. So apparently I have to go in and see if there's an options menu thing and see if it'll let me fix it. I actually had to do the other bumper. Cutscene.
I guess this doesn't quite cut it. What's the point of packing a sword like that if you aren't even gonna use it?
My most favorite sword. Yay, sword controls! Also, yes, the sword has got a name. It's called Red Queen. You throw him up like that, it's kind of hard to hit him. Jeez. Come on. There. So I have to walk onto him. I have to walk onto him to do the thing, and that's it was telling me to do the wrong thing. Still finicky, There it is.
You got a trick up your sleeve. I thought the cat had your tongue. It's a trick you're looking for.
Looks like you two are.
Sword throw.
Hate to interrupt. I want to wrap this show up before the cavalry arrives.
That's my favorite thing ever. Eat.
So, you're looking to play, huh? Alright, I guess I got some time to kill.
Tough guy, huh? Well... I think I'll have to take you down a couple notches.
Whatever you say, kid.
Oh, screw, we get to fight him for real. I'm already shit.
Alright, baby.
Possibly as simple as that, is if you know what you're doing. But I didn't get all the orbs, so I'm probably not gonna get a good score. Oh no, he did. That quick, huh? Oh no.
Getting better.
Psych.
I would even go as far as to say that I underestimated your abilities.
You aren't human, are you?
We're the same. You and them. Though I suspect you carry something different from the others.
What are you talking about?
You will come to learn the meaning soon enough. But business beckons.
Hey!
Adios, kid.
How about that? I finished the mission. See how crap I did. Oh. Yeah, all the orbs were in those things. And all those doodads right there. For those, that's what you get to level up. Oh, dude, I cleared it out in 28 seconds. Dang, I think that was actually a really good one. But that's one thing. Dante and Nero are not humans. They are actually, if I remember this correctly, I think they are half humans. And there's a whole huge lore thing there. I'm not going to get into it just yet. But it's pretty cool because both Dante and Nero have, well, Nero's is more predominant, but if you saw there how Dante's arm was switching in and out, they both have, well, a demon arm. But Nero is a bit more different than Dante. Other than the fact that he's, you know, Nero's obviously younger. But also they have this little thing for the items you get. You get some super cool items in this game. My favorite is actually the one called Anima Mercury. And one day I will actually probably make this as a prop and actually just have it in my house. But for now, I'll have to, you know, not have it. Oh, fun fact, one of my friends actually owns a replica of Dante's sword. So isn't that fun? His sword is called Rebellion. So, also you can use it to upgrade your stuff. Proceed. No. Well, I guess that's all I get to play for now. But let's see if I can do this real quick. Mission menu. Okay, so there's only certain things I can do. Okay. So that means I can't go back to the one part of it. Go back to the mission start screen. Well, I guess for a while, I guess I could talk about some stuff about this game. Or I could try to go back to the main menu. Because I can't apparently go back to the other thing. Or I can try to go through it and beat it and get all the better score. I guess I could do that. Where's that? Nice. It's only at 54%. Well, shit. Because usually you can play a little bit more of the game. But it won't let me go back to the mission menu because I can't go back to the beginning. But I guess I could go back and try to redo it and get a better score on my orbs, because I know what most of them are. So let me redo that and see if I can get a cooler score. Because I can't access the options to turn the stupid stuff on, but I can skip through everything again. Actually, systems. There it is. Options. Now I can get to it. Okay. Options on. Let's do that and see if I can play it a little bit better now. See if I can get out of it. Guess not. I guess once I'm into tutorial mode, I guess I can't. I'll have to walk on from the root. And the walk on is actually completely different buttons and what it says, so it's the opposite. So that's fun. Alright, fine.
Come on! Come on!
I have to walk onto him and do this. It's left trigger, not the other trigger. It's left trigger, not right trigger for me. Don't know why. Oh, I backed off. My bad. Come on, use the sword. I need to be able to use the Fine. I've seen it. Come on. To get the other stuff. I don't even care. I'm gonna use my sword. Come on. I'll just, yeah, do this. Come on, I want to do it in tutorial mode. They're all in these. Okay. Gosh. Yes, I get all the freaking words. Out of here. I love how the game reacts sometimes. Alright. I don't even care. You can hit me around a couple times. I don't even care. I want to get all the way. Yes. Gimme. I'm stingy. I hold these things like a dragon, literally. Oh my gosh, I can't wait till I get that certain move. There's a certain move that I love that's the best move because it's awesome. Also, if you get a full cinematic like that, it kind of does a whole bunch of damage, so. Alright, man. Alright. Let's see if I did a better score. I was kind of dilly-dallying a little bit there. My stylish points went down, but I got all of them. Oh, I got an A. I got more. I probably could have beat him up a little bit more to get more stylish points, so I probably still can't go forward. No, it's only at 60, so I guess this is the only thing I can really do. So, I guess an A is okay for now. I guess I could talk a little bit about this stuff, because I mean, that's as far as I guess I'm gonna get, so. I know a little bit about this game. Oh, I mean, I can't remember everything about it because this was like back in 2000. Everything that I really knew about the game was like back in 2009, 2010-ish. But I don't really want to spoil too much of it, but I know that there's quite a bit in the game that's really, really nice, and I know they have an anime. I don't know how many episodes it was. I've only watched like maybe 10 of them, I think. And after that, Netflix, it was back when Netflix had it. I don't know if Netflix still has it, but was it Netflix or Hulu? One of them has like 10 or so episodes of it, and I watched it there, and I wasn't able to ever find it again. But I know that they have a manga, and the manga basically goes a little same as the episodes, except for, you know, it's a little bit more graphic. It is quite a bit of a graphic story. I actually have not played the first, second, and third ones in a long time. I do not like the spin-off after this one called Devil May Cry with quote-unquote teenage Dante. I do not like it. I do not like it at all. I played a demo for it. I beta tested it when for PC before it came out. I don't like it. It's kind of like for me. It's kind of like the live-action Avatar and the live-action Dragon Ball Z for those two fandoms. It's kind of like that to me. I don't like it. It's a little bit too real, and I don't connect with the character, considering that I was really into this game. I will say DMC5. I have DMC5, and I do like it. I actually got to play the arcade version in PAX 2018, I think it was, when I first went to PAX. And I was actually the first person to play on the very first day. I actually got the, oh, my friend just said, my partner crime. She says Crunchyroll has it. Well, if you want to go watch it, go look it up on Crunchyroll. I'm not gonna watch it probably because I don't have no money. I don't have everyone elsewhere. But anyways, I actually got to play it. I was the first person to play it, and like I was saying, I actually, it was supposed to be just media people and developers were allowed to go in there for the first hour, and they were supposed to go around and talk to people and get their appointments set up for all 3 days, but because said boyfriend only had one media pass, and I had the 3-day pass, I was kind of shit out of luck. But luckily, my boyfriend was a bit of a dick there, I will admit that, and he threw me a bit under the bus while he was talking to a developer, and the developer actually worked in my favor, and he gave me a pass. So, if you're watching, Bones, yeah, I will say, you know, thank you, not thank you for that, because that kind of hurt my feelings, but I'm over it, but I'm just saying. But that actually worked in my favor, and I got to get in early with him, and I got to be the first one to play Devil May Cry, and I was like, play it. So it was, the arcade version was pretty much just the normal DMC5 game, and it was just, you could just start missions and pick it. It was like just an arcade version of the game. It was so cool. And because I played it, I got a cool little Devil May Cry 5-pin, and it's on my PAX pack, my PAX 2020 backpack that I got when I went to PAX earlier this year, and I caught the Rona coming back from that. Jokes. I got a shirt and I got a backpack, and I went and collected some pins, and I put the Devil May Cry pin on there. But that was my little thing, and I was telling the developers that, oh my gosh, I love Devil May Cry. I'm such a big fan. My nickname is Trish. You know, I was named after Trish on there. And they're like, you look more like a Gloria, and it's like, no. You'll actually see who Gloria is later in this game. She is kind of Trish's, I guess, alter ego? The story behind Trish is that she was apparently a human and she got killed. And I guess, I can't remember correctly, but I think it was Dante or someone else that really, really loved her or something like that. And Sparta was like, by the power of love, come back! And she became a demon. So she's part demon, like everyone else, and so was Lady. So they're kind of like a whole half demon squad. It's kind of cool. But Dante, Trish, and Lady work together in the game. Well, you don't really see them work too much. You just see them in cutscenes, kind of working together. But Nero was kind of on his own. I would tell you there are some pretty quirky characters in this game, and I will bring up little things about them later in the game when you meet them. If you saw in the cutscene, the one guy who was holding back Kyrie, the human girl who was singing at the front, he is Nero's girlfriend. She's Nero's girlfriend, and they're kind of, they're kind of, they're kind of together and stuff. And the other guy that was holding her, Kratos, that is her older brother. I like Kratos because Kratos is kind of like one of those fall between characters where he wants to be good, but he kind of follows the wrong path, but he wants to redeem himself a little bit toward the end of the game. It's kind of nice, he's kind of nice like that, and I like him. I mean, you have to fight him. I think it's a pretty cool boss fight, and the cool cutscene that happens when Nero and Kratos fight. It's kind of like, but it's pretty cool and stuff. But it's kind of the cool thing is like you play through the game, like you play through all of this stuff as Nero, and then right there when you think you're at the end of the game with Nero, you're like, oh yeah, I've beat the game. You actually have to go back and do everything with Dante, and it's like, so it's kind of like, and the boss fights in this game, oh, I love the boss fights. The first major boss in this game, he is my I actually have two favorite bosses in this game. I'm not going to reveal who they are yet. Like I said, it's the first boss, and I think it's it's like near the end of the game. I'll totally say it whenever I get there. But the first major boss, the fire boss in this game, he's my favorite. He is my favorite. Just the way that he looks, the way that he acts, everything that he does, he is totally awesome in the game. So he's my favorite, and I will say that this game, just playing just mission 1, it is very good polished. It's still got a little bit of flippiness because it's kind of like the same as it played on 360, but it's a little bit polished. But that was really weird because it's like when it said, oh, you have to press down the right trigger, and it's like, that's not right trigger, it's left trigger for me. What's up? So if it would have said you had to lock on, that would have been it, because it didn't say lock on, and that's what you had to do. So I guess it still kind of reverts back to the other one, because the other thing, I guess they had to, do a couple things that were a little bit different. But I'm not gonna criticize it too much because it's my favorite game. But it does have its quirks and stuff every here and there, like every other game. So, but I mean, overall, it's a good game. Oh my gosh, what's coughed? My friend's little brother is sending me weird videos about Naruto. I have not watched Naruto in ages. Go back on charge. But all in all, I will say this game is pretty good, and I'm just stalling to see if it's gonna load. It's only at 65. My internet's very, very slow. Very, very slow, and I don't think I can play. No. I still can't. I can't go forward until the game is done. So I guess it just gives me this little demo, like, oh, you're gonna do this. But if I remember correctly, the next bit we're gonna play is kind of in a town. It's like in a town, and you get introduced to some new enemies and stuff. And actually, the cool thing about this game is that once you fight an enemy, you kind of get a little bit of a bio, and you get like a little thing for them. It's kind of like a little bestiary for them. And I do have some favorite just enemies in the game. And I will tell you that each of the enemies is very, very unique. And I could have gone with the option to have everything unlocked, including the art and stuff, but I kind of like unlocking that stuff, seeing if I'm good enough to unlock it, I'm not just gonna play easy. Like, oh, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna just have it in a lock because I can't. I'm not. I like playing to unlock things. That makes the game interesting. That makes the game really interesting. But it's kind of cool. I've actually used some of the models of some enemies in this game to actually create some of my OC's alternate forms and stuff. And it's actually, they're actually pretty cool. I wish I could show, but I can't until they're done. And I can't go back to the main menu, which sucks. I need to go back to the mission menu to do it, but it won't let me do it. And it won't let me save probably either, so. The only way I could probably do it is if I restart the game, but I don't really feel like doing that. I'm a bit too lazy. Plus this cool, actually, just little clip, like, kinda. I miss everything in this game. I've missed this game for too long, and I've literally been kind of, debating on getting it for quite over a year now, and I'm just like, well, actually ever since the special edition came out and I couldn't play the disc anymore, I was like, oh, should I go off and buy the special edition, or should I like not? And finally someone gave me some money for my birthday, and I was like, put it on my card, I'm getting Devil May Cry, and I was like, yes, it's mine. So I'm very, very happy I got this game. The graphics are amazing, and as you saw in the very beginning of the cutscene with her singing, it's cutscenes are amazing. I love the cinematics of this game. It's so amazing. The cinematics get even better. But one thing I will say I do not like about this game is the camera angle sometimes. Sometimes, like, if you're stuck in a corner, sometimes you can't move the stupid camera around to see where the heck you're jumping, and sometimes the camera jumps when you jump off the screen. It'll just clip, and it'll be like, oh, you jump off the screen with the camera is, and it's like, oh, here, you were up here, and it's like, oh, where am I? So sometimes the game is a bit with that. Also, there's sometimes in the game where there's items that you see and you can't get to them, which means that you're gonna actually have to go forward in the game, get more Proud Souls, unlock power-ups, and then you're gonna have to go back and play them. That's pretty much how this game goes, is that, like, there's things, like, and then I think it's the next mission, there's, like, 3 things that are hidden that you can't get until you're, like, close to the end of the game, which means you actually have to go back and replay the missions to actually, to get the items. So this game actually does not restrict you in doing that. So if I actually get to play more into the game, I actually will probably make it save right before I end the game, and I'll actually have it where I beat the game, and then I'll actually have it where I'll have 2 games, like, right before the last mission, and then one after I completely beat it. So, just so I can go back and do things if I need to. So, just because there's a whole lot of hidden stuff in this game. Like, literally, this game has a whole bunch of hidden stuff. Oh, and I'm just gonna make to anyone who's actually played this game, if you're watching this and you've actually played the game, there is a weapon later in the game that you get as Dante. And I kid you not, there are 666 forms of this weapon. I do not know if they have it in Special Edition where you can unlock every single one of them, but I do not think that my poor 1 terabyte hard drive has enough memory space to go and unlock all of them. Actually, let me look that up. I'm actually very curious about that. Like, I really, really want to know if that actually is still on, because I knew that my friend was like, oh, my friend used to be like, oh, well, I have all 666 forms of it on a flash drive that my friend downloaded, and it's like, oh, well, let me see it. And he brought it over to my house, and I was like, holy crap, there is. So, let's see. Crap. I don't know if there's actually a thing. Like, I know what it looks like, and it's the best. It's one of the coolest weapons. But... oh, these go back way in the day. Let's see. Can you actually go off and download all of them? Let me see here. I want to see if you actually go off and download them still. Like, can you actually go off and get them? Apparently, can you actually still? Holy crap, can you actually? You only get like a certain amount of them in the game, so. So like, it's kind of one of those things, and you only get I think like five or so forms, so. Aw, you can't use all of them. Or at least as Trish, you can't. Dang. Can you actually like get them? It doesn't say that you can, huh? Let me see if I can. Can you actually still get them? That's the question. Oh, here's somebody that explains it. Hang on a second here. Da, 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 da. Oh, so you actually, there actually isn't. Ah, well, at least for the special edition. The special edition, you can't get them. Darn! Dang it, that was gonna be like the coolest thing ever. I was gonna be like, oh yeah, let's go at all of them. I don't even think I have a flash drive big enough for all those, but I mean, that would have been cool. But anyways, the game is altogether pretty cool and everything, so. People be bugging me. Altogether, I can't, I can't explain to you how cool this game is, so. Like, I wish I could play more, but my Xbox is like, it's not loaded enough, so. Usually when I play games, usually this could play a little bit more, but I guess, I guess not. Oh my god. It's only at 71%. So, well, I mean, at least I showed at least this little tidbit of the game. So, I mean, it's pretty cool. So, I might actually, I think because I'm playing it, it's actually like making it download slower a little bit. So, I might go at 12 and then continue maybe in like 30 minutes or so when it's done loading, if I still have internet. So, I'm thinking I might do that. And I'll just leave it here, and then I'll probably go back to watching cable and monitor it, and if it's to 100% where I'm done, I'll probably come back and play at least maybe to mission 3. So since it only took me it took me a couple minutes to do the mission 1, I know I'm on the easiest setting, but I don't want to really do the harder ones just yet, because I have to have mission menu unlocked to go back to it. So I'd like to show off a little bit more of this game. And I know I have Okami to finish, and then I have more of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. But I just wanted to take a bit of a break because I've been kind of bored, stuck in the house also. One of the con I was supposed to go to next month actually got canceled. So I kind of wanted to play this game because this game was kind of always used to make me happy when I was depressed when I was younger. So I thought, I was like, hey, I'll share it with everyone. Because, I like this game, and this is my favorite game, and it's very, very special to me. Yes, this game is actually more special than Skyrim, and everyone that knows me knows I love me some Skyrims. Dragons and shite. But anyways, let me check it real quick. Yeah, it's only at 72%, so I think, here in a moment, I will actually go back to watching TV for a little bit, and if the game loads and I still have cable, or if I still have the Wi-Fi on, I will come back when it's still loading, and I'll continue, and I'll see if I can play at least 1 and 2, and see if we can at least get to the first major boss, because Dante was just a mid-boss. If anyone who knows me, they know what that little clip of that song was from. But also, before I go, I have a Twitter account. My Twitter account is at Starkling Trish. I couldn't put the whole thing, but it's at Starkling Trish on Twitch, and it's actually my sub account. I do have a main account, but that's mostly for me and derping around. So I'm not gonna say it, but if you want to, you know, if you find me, it's on there. It's at Starkling Trish. Starkling and Trish is in my username, so you should be able to find me there. And it's the same picture as my Twitch icon. So you want to find me, I do post updates there sometimes. It depends on if I'm not on my main account. Sometimes it depends. Sometimes I post there, sometimes I don't. If you want to check up updates, sometimes I type more on my my main account. My main account is on there. The name is on there and stuff. And not sure if anyone's interested, but I have a TikTok also. My TikTok is my cosplay mostly my cosplay builds, and some of them is they're mostly my cosplays and stuff like that. It's I think it's Trish, not Trish, but Kage the Galaxy Dragon, I think that is. If anything, I'll probably have it on my my Twitch, I think. Or not my Twitch, on my Twitter. I'll probably put it on there. But if anyone's interested in watching me do my weird cosplays and stuff, I should have a couple more up in a while, because I've been actually working on my dragon suit lately. Yes, I'm a furry, guys. Oh my gosh. I'm actually building a dragon suit, and I actually did it from an old cosplay from Mango. So if anyone's interested, there's that. But I will, for now, let me check it real quick. It's 74 right now, so I'm going to go ahead and go. And if it finishes, if it happens to finish before too late, I will. I'll continue playing if I still have internet. So for now, I will bid you guys farewell, and maybe I'll see you guys here in a little bit. If not, oof. So for now, I will see you later.